of you see well my screen. Just in order to introduce the project and also the webinar. The webinar has two objectives. One objective is to showcase the results of the project or the TechGrow project, and also to provide you with valuable insights of technology watch processes. To begin the project presentation, this is an Erasmus Plus project of 1 year of life, which has begun on November 2023, and it will finish in a few days in October 2024. The objective of the project is to implement technology watch processes for manufacturing traditional sectors, specifically the sectors that are represented in the project, which are the footwear, the textile, and the furniture. The different consortium members of the project are, as coordinator, the Furniture and Wood Technology Center of the Region of Murcia, CETEM, CTCP, the Footwear Technology Center of Portugal, the Technical Textile Cluster of the Czech Republic, CLATEX, and also we, FEDIT, the Spanish Federation of Technology Centers, as communication leader. We have been collaborating through different activities during the project, and I'm going to pass to introduce the different panelists and the topics that they are going to present in order to give them the flow, but giving you some context of their presentation. Yes. Yes, first of all, the first intervention will be of Eliana Benjumeda, which is the managing director of Infoline, Insight, and Foresight, and she will speak about the technology watch and its benefits for industry. She will give us an overview of a wide picture of technology watch processes, how these technology watch processes can be affected by geopolitics or climate change. After, we will pass to Jorge Riobó, which is the competitive intelligence analyst of Technological Institute of Aragón, who will give us an overview more specific, closer to innovation, giving us examples of how technology watch is important for technology centers, and also how important it is to develop innovative projects. After Jorge Riobó, it will be José Ortega, who will present an overview of the results achieved by the TechGrow project and how these results achieved by the TechGrow project can be useful to implement technology watch processes in any company. After him, it will be Josefina Garrido, the Research and Development Director of CETEM, who will present the VINÇI tool, which has been the technology watch platform developed within the project, and it has been adapted to the needs of the footwear, textile, and furniture sectors. And to conclude, it will be Aureo Díaz Carrasco, who will highlight the commitment of the technology centers to provide technology watch processes from the technology centers to the companies, and will conclude the event. So in order to don't delay more the intervention of the different panelists, I will pass the floor to Eliana. Eliana, if you want to to share your screen and share with us your presentation, you can do it, and you have the flow.
Okay, let's see if I can, because I don't see now the full screen that I was seeing before to share the.
If you want, I can share my screen and pass the different presentation for you, if you want.
Okay. Okay, it will be slower, but
it will be better.
Okay, I don't know what happened.
I can do it. I can do it for you. No problem.
All right.
If you want to proceed.
Okay. Hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here, and thank you, the organizers, for inviting me. I'm going to talk about the benefits of Technology Watch, but the first thing I would like to say is that for me, there are no red line between Technology Watch and other analysis processes like competitive intelligence, business intelligence, market intelligence, insight, and foresight. Of course, each one of them has like a different focus, but all of them share the same process of understanding needs and resources, gathering information, doing some analysis, and then getting the insights. So for me, I'm going to talk about the whole process of this analysis process, whatever you call it. I don't see the presentation. Okay, next screen, please. Next page. All right. The thing is that here, in any of these names that I just said, you are going to do the same always. You are going to gather data, you are going to apply some analysis, you are going to extract insights. And if you want to also look to the future, you are going to do some foresight, applying some foresight methodologies. And the end is just taking action. But normally the action and the decision is not taken by the professional, it's taken by your internal or external client. And this can be applied to any sector in which you are working. If you are in Technology Watch, you are going to work mostly with technologies, but of course, you also have to keep in mind analyzing companies, industries, sectors, consumers, etc. Next screen, please. And this is important in any aspect. I mean, not only in the business, but it's a little bit a silly example, but if you want to understand it better, you will realize that when you do in your personal life any important decision, you are going to apply this methodology. Like if you want, I put this example many years ago, but I think it's okay to understand it. If you want to buy a house or a car, you are going to understand first your needs and resources, like how much money do I have now, if I'm going to have the same money in the future, if my needs of then for the numbers of the family are going to be the same now that in the future, if I have pets, if I have a place to park the car, whatever your needs and your resources is the first step. Then the second is to gather information from different sources, and then you analyze it. Well, when you go to do this in a business environment, it's going to be the same, but of course, more sophisticated and applying a lot of methodology that for your personal decisions, you may not need it, just only a benchmark or so. But when we translate these processes to our current landscape, it's very important to keep in mind that we are living in an age that we are suffering from some, like, really three big emergencies, like climate emergency. You must be really aware today for what all we are suffering in Spain and in the Mediterranean, and this is translated to a lot of different sectors, like urban design, transportation, carbon emissions, fossil fuels or vegetable fuels now, etc. So a lot of sectors are impacting for this emergency. We have social emergency with all the changes in our society, with aging, with new generations, with immigration, with new types of consuming or of buying, a lot of things that are occurring in our society. And of course, we now are having the geopolitical emergency. We don't know what is going to happen next week in the United States. We are having two wars. We are having tensions between China and Taiwan, and this can translate to the microchips and many logistics. And I mean, like what I want to say is that you may have the best technology or the best product, but if you cannot receive your materials or receive them, or the price for them increases a lot, or you get some tariffs that apply to them, or if your markets are going to be unstable, or I mean, you have to keep in mind a lot of things that are not only the focus that you may be studying. You need to have a really broad approach. And these big three crises are also shaped by two drivers. One is the technology revolution, now with the artificial intelligence and some other technologies impacting them, and of course the ethical revolution that is shaking societies, asking for more sustainability, awareness, traceability, another way, I mean, working conditions, trade fair, and there are a lot of things that society and new generations are demanding. So you really need to be aware of all this in order to keep it in mind, to do your analysis for the thing that you are studying. Next screen, please. This is an example of an exercise that we did 5 years ago. Well, this is just a graph of that huge report of megatrends. And here you can see drivers, trends, megatrends, etc. And megatrends are really long-term. So even if they are 5 years old, now they are still completely solid. Like you see there, democracy risks, disinformation, you have imbalances, etc. So just to give you an example, I will give you, it's not a megatrend, but it's a trend inside of a megatrend. There's this aging, how population in the world is getting older. And this is, I'm going to relate it with a sector in which one of your technological center is, that is furniture, because we did a project some years ago, and I think this would be interesting for you. It's like how a trend like aging may open an opportunities, business opportunity for a sector, because megatrends not. You don't have to think of megatrends like a lot of negative things that are happening in the world. Of course, there are a lot of danger or risks that are happening, but this also opens opportunities for business. And in this case, how the population is getting older is also demanding, or it has different needs. Like we talked at the beginning, you have to think in the needs, that we can adapt our furniture for them. Like, for example, incorporating medical devices, sensors, communications, mechanisms to make them easier to use. And this opened a new business line or and partnerships with companies in other sectors like electronics, engineering, communications. So it's a way to open some synergies with them. And also you have to keep an eye in the market, for example, because the market is requesting different things, like, for example, people that is taking care of old people sometimes don't have time to go physically to a store, so you have to provide them a way to buy it online and to give a good support to them. There is also this kind of products unfortunately have a life longer than the users, the patients. So this opens a way to have give them a second life with second-hand products or even rental opportunities. So I could say a lot of more things, like, for example, the users, also the consumers also request things like, I want to see it. I mean, they ask for traceability, for sustainability, they want to see where the wood is coming from. So as I said before, you have to keep in mind everything that is in those balls that they put you to analyze the full sector and the business opportunity that this is offering to you. Next screen, please. I could give you a lot more examples, but we don't have time. So, as I said before, in this complex and certain environment that we are living, how can you take the risk of making an important decision without some tools and analysis like the ones that Technology Watch or Insight and Foresight provide? Because they help you to have a clear picture or a clear view of what from where you can make the decision. Next screen, please. Okay, this is just a timeline of our company, but it's also the profession, because when we were born in 1990, Infoline was born in that time, there was no internet like it is today. So the problem was the lack of data. And in order to provide a solution to our clients, do we have to give them information through some research. Sometimes we had to go physically to places or to connect to remote databases that needed to be used with specific retrieval languages, and you needed a subscription, of course, very expensive. So that business model, in the next decade, with the arrival of internet, that was completely disrupted. And I say this in order now, when you are thinking on artificial intelligence, that it may be a danger for some companies, you have to think how to incorporate it as a tool and not as an enemy. I mean, don't let it to get out of business, just use it. So at that time, what we realized it was that the problem for our clients was an overload of information. So we looked for the solution, and it was analysis. So that's when we incorporated competitive intelligence. But with the time, next decade, we realized that a current and fixed picture, present picture of the environment that the competitive intelligence was giving us was not enough. There was a lot of uncertainty and changes, and we needed to provide some solutions to anticipate what could happen in the future. So that's why we incorporated some methodologies of insight and foresight and megatrends. And now, well, we are in an age of a lot of major disruptions, and our approach now is to give a lot of flexibility and have a really big global approach. And this, of course, can be used in any part of the company that needs to make a decision. It's strategies, innovation, human resources, the business development, anywhere, because really you can just have to apply the analysis to the problem that they have in that moment. Next screen, please. Well, this is just an overview of how in this profession we do this. What do we study? We study whatever you need it. Companies, technologies, sectors, etc. How do we do it? We do continuous monitoring, or we do a particular research in different sources, articles, patents, reports, social networks, interviews, etc. We applied analysis, both quantitative and qualitative. Don't neglect any of them, because numbers not always give the insight that you can get from qualitative analysis. And then after you apply the analysis, you can put those results in any different output, like reports, alerts. You can do workshops, etc. And then why? Well, you apply it to any part of the company or the organization when you have to make decisions. Next screen, please. And just one word to talk about money, because my colleague Mario Esteban did this little research in some years ago, analyzing the companies in the Standard & Poor's index, comparing the ones with competitive intelligence or not. And the results were that the ones that had competitive intelligence were 4.7 times more profitable than the ones that didn't use it. And next screen, please. Just my final recommendations. First, define your needs and resources. Don't be, be realistic and use the resources you already have. Second, keep a broad view. Butterfly flying in the other part of the world may make a huge impact in the other side. You know that already. The third one, as I said, apply both qualitative and quantitative analysis, incorporate artificial intelligence if you want. The fourth one is teamwork, because you cannot know everything, so you need to incorporate the knowledge from other people in your company or even outside the company. And it's also good to have different perspectives. So ask to different people to have different opinions and incorporate what they see that you may not see. And also because if you are working internally, if you work with other departments, you are going to make them part of the team. So the conclusions are going to be easily adopted for them when you present them, because they are going to be part of them. And finally, maintain in an independent and objective position and solid. I know sometimes it's difficult to give bad news. If in the case it is bad news, if you say, well, I don't think this investment is good, or I don't think this product is going to work, or whatever, but it's better if you do it before that they spend the money, and you are also going to build your reputation as an analyst. And that's it for my part. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can contact me through my LinkedIn or email, or I don't know if they are going to have an email for answer some questions. Or thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Eliana, for your intervention. And after you, if Jorge, you want to share your screen.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Full screen. Okay. Well, hello, good morning, everyone. As Juan Luis has said, I'm Jorge Riobó, Competitive Intelligence Consultant at the Aragón Institute of Technology. here after ITA. Before I start with the presentation, I would like to thank FEDID for the invitation to participate as a speaker in this dissemination day. Before starting with technical explanations about Technology Watch and how we apply in the innovation process, I would like to give you a general presentation of ITA. I think it's important to understand what ITA is and what kind of services we provide to companies. Firstly, ITA is a technological center belonging to the government of Aragon. For 40 years, we have been guiding and helping companies to be more competitive and excellent based on innovation and technological research. Our corporate mission is to promote together companies, organizations, and people the knowledge and technological innovation to help grow and to create solutions to the challenges of the digital, green, and social world that we imagine. And in order to fulfill this mission, at ITA, we are more than 320 workers with multidisciplinary backgrounds, ranging from mechanical and electronical engineers to mathematics, physics, and chemistry graduates. The 65% of the staff have Master of Science, and the 18% are philosophy doctors. Okay, the exploitation budget is around 20 million euros, and although we are a public company, the 40% of our income comes directly from working with companies on privately projects, okay? Another 40% comes from participating in collaborative projects with companies and other research and development institutions in European and national projects. And the remaining 20% of is the contribution of the government of Aragon. We work as technology partner with both large corporations and SMEs, both in Spain and around the world. And our clients come from a wide range of sectors. As you can see in the picture, although we have sectors in which we have a higher percentage of customers, such as automotive sector or electronic devices, we also contribute with our knowledge in sectors such as lift, logistics, machinery, agro-industry. It's evident the multisectoriality in our day-to-day of work. Okay, our average relationship with clients is more than 10 years. We work with approximately 1,000 clients per year, and we have a deep and technological knowledge of every industry. Well, how can we help the companies? Well, there are 4 main services, okay? Research and development projects, technological and laboratory services, technological consultancy, like Technology Watch in this case, and the other is the on-site projects. And finally, in the part más institutional, explain that we are 4 areas of expertise: material and components, where we design, develop, model, and characterize the behavior and can analyze the fatigue failure. Digital technology, where we have solutions ranging from the improvement of industrial and logistic process to the design and development of product system, all based on Internet of Things. Mechatronic system, where we design and develop components, products, and systems, test bench, instrumentation, robotic system. And finally, electrical technology, where we work on the electrification of components and products. We design and develop a high energy efficiency system based on supercapacitors, batteries, and renewables. And well, this is the four big areas of expertise. In this multidisciplinary environment, the application of technology watch to innovation process is key. But how does it apply technology watch to its innovation process? Well, firstly, the basic principle for us, technology watch must contribute to innovation with three basic principles. Technology watch should avoid reinventing the wheel. We can't waste time to trying to create something that someone else has already created. Second, it should be a tool that stimulates the generation of ideas, stimulation of innovation in this case. And third, technology watch should minimize as much as possible the infringement of intellectual property rights, okay? Furthermore, technology watch should help fit the company's research and development strategy. I think this is an important part to have a point of view that like the technology impact in your strategy. Okay. And well, technology watch has been key to product innovation. When designing a new product, it applies his own methodology that we call robust design methodology. This methodology is the consequence of the experience acquired over many years developing technology products, okay? The robust design methodology contains 6 stages. And of the 6 steps that comprise this methodology, we'll focus in this part in the first 3, the definition of specifications, concept generation, and conceptual prototyping. In the stage 1, we define together with the client the functional, technical, quality, and environmental specifications. And once we have identified them, we start with the concept generation stage. In this stage, Technology Watch is a key tool, okay? Because a concept generation process contains several iterations, and in the first generation season, we use some creativity techniques such as arrow to the moon or scamper or the brainstorming. Initial, we seek to generate as many ideas as possible because we understand that in the first stage, the most important is to generate a large volume of ideas. It is a process that diverges in the first stage, and finally, in the final sessions, converge. As the session advances, we use information for evaluation tools such as House of Quality or other tools such as Trees or Technology Watch to facilitate the evaluation of ideas and filter the best one. And once we have 1 or 2 ideas, we pass to the conceptual prototyping. But the importance of the Technology Watch can be seen in this picture. The states that contain the robust design methodology, we can understand the impact it has. In the concept the generation stage, in the first session, Technology Watch is used as an idea generation tool, okay? But it already serves as live pattern screening, as information to understand the technology, as a tool to monitor the state of art. In the ideas filtering stage, we use Technology Watch as another evaluation criterion. For example, are there many patterns around the concept that we are evaluating? Are there barriers due to possible infringement on third-party rights? At this point, we already need a deeper analysis of intellectual property. Once the idea for conceptual prototype is selected, we recommend to our client to make a free and to operate analysis to ensure that we aren't infringing on the intellectual property. Additional, in this stage, where companies or organizations should start considering the possibility of filing a patent, signing a trademark, or defining how to protect the innovation under trade secrets. And in the subsequent phases of industrialization, and production or manufacturing, technology watch must be active, focusing on refreshing the part of intellectual property picture. Okay. Now I want to introduce 3 examples where I want to explain technology watch has been used as a screen tool for generating the state of the art in the initial phases of innovation. For example, in this case, a company in automotive sector that manufacture bearings contacted ITA to carry out a technological assessment on how the electrification of the automotive industry could impact on the bearing business. Our clients want to know what new systems have in the electric cars compared with the combustion vehicles. Which system will disappear? In this new system, is the installation of bearing necessary for the operation? And what can be the technology evolution of electrification of the vehicle? When the answer of these questions was in the technology watch. The information gathered should serve as a starting point for development and innovative products adapted to the needs of electric vehicles. Other example is the project Map for Rail. That is a project funded in the Horizon 2020 program. And the project is focused on improving the efficiency, sustainability, and competitiveness of rail transport in Europe, addressing key areas such as weight reduction, improved safety, comfort, and adaptability in the trains of the future. The overall aim of the Map for Rail project is to lay the foundation for reducing train weight by replacing metal parts with fiber reinforced polymers. For example, in this project, ITA participates in the definition of materials, production process, and technologies for adhesive bonding in composite material, as well as the application of additive manufacturing to large parts that are produced in composite materials. Besides, these composites must have flame retardant properties. And for this state of art, the technology was served as a tool to learn about scientific and technological advance, okay, in the thematic of adhesive bonding. The last project is other project of the Horizon 2020 program, okay, is the Levis project. And its main goal is development of lightweight, sustainable, and viable structural components for automotive sector. Especially, the project was aimed to achieving a hybrid metal composite solution to lightening vehicle structural components, but with a focus on the end of life cycle of the component. Okay. Technology watch was applied in this case to detect the state of art of the bonding on demand technology applied to the end of life cycle. And in this case of structural lightening, the joints between metal composite elements are made using adhesive to lighten the assemblies as much as possible. But when it comes to separating the different materials at the end of the product life, we need technology that facilitate this process. The degradation of mechanisms that can be activated when need under out of service condition must be generated. The objective of the bonding and demand are these: proper operation of adhesive joining service, easy part separation to facilitate reuse, repurpose, or recycling. And well, all these approach are the result of applying technology watch to the product and the process innovation. And with this example, I end my presentation. I hope contents have been of your interest. I thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question or if you want contact to me, I leave my contact details. Okay. Thank you very much.
You, Jorge, for your intervention. If you can stop sharing the screen,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
And I would like to pass the floor to Juan José Ortega, the Manager of International Projects of CETEM, if you want to proceed with your presentation.
Hello, everybody. Could you see now the presentation properly?
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you for participating in this webinar. I'm going to present, as Juan Luis said, I'm Juan José Ortega, Project Manager at CETEM. I'm Project Coordinator of the TechGrow project that I'm going now to present.
Sorry for the interruption. I don't know if you want to put it in the full screen or.
It's not full screen already.
Yeah, I feel it's full
Yes.
screen.
Okay. Sorry. It was my problem. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so as I said, I'm the project coordinator of the TechGrow project. As I'm going to present the steps that we follow and the main results, because the project is in the last month. So last month, during the 1 year, we were working several partners on that. The motivation to start with these projects, as we know, and it was also explained by Eliana, the more advanced and competitive industry or sectors are those with a systematic innovation strategy or competitive intelligence or technological watch system. And this is an aspect becoming crucial in traditional sectors that are less advanced, we can say. But before to implement these systems or these innovation strategies, there are several sectoral reports. We have here the CECIL report of EU Furniture Market and the Textile of the Future report by the ETP that set the need to update skill and knowledge on these aspects. In addition, we have the European Industrial Strategy that said that technological watch practices allow the identification of opportunities and industry modernization, being a key part of this innovation strategy. In fact, we have worked previously in the Sibila projects, where we have a survey among near 100 SMEs of Europe, on manufacturing sector also, and they declare 75% not being trained or not have appropriate knowledge and skills on technological watch. We have even more data, 75% of company of manufacturing sector that consider technological watch a strategic priority, but as I said, 50% of them have implemented some form of technological watch. So we have a big gap in knowledge and also in implementation of this strategic technological watch. For that, we launched the TechGrow project with the objective to improve the access and knowledge on technological watch, focusing on the as a target groups, workers and entrepreneurs of SMEs in traditional and manufacturing companies, but providers, because we are always speaking here in vocational education and training. This is a project co-funded by the Erasmus Plus program, and also business association and cluster that could provide also better vocational education in an informal way, or also can start to run this kind of technological watch for the companies. So we focus the project in 3 sectors: the footwear, the furniture, and the textiles. And for that, we in the consortium, it's formed by CETEM, is the Furniture and Wood Technology Center of Spain, CTCP, that is the Footwear Technological Center of Portugal, and CLATEX, that is a cluster of technical textile of Czech Republic. And also we have FEDIT, the Spanish Federation of Technology Center, as a key actor involving many different industries and also providing some promotion to the project. During this year, we developed or we run 3 different activities. We start with an information audit. This is the first step to implement a technological watch process. Basically, we set the critical watch factor for each of the 3 sectors, the footwear, the textile, and the furniture. And we identify sources of information for each of the sectors at the European and national level. As a second step, we start to produce some guides or training resources that are available in the project website. I will show you later. The idea is to have some materials where any company or bed provider or technology center can start or can deep in the technological watch processes. And also we developed, starting from the information audit with this critical watch factor and the sources of information, we develop our own systematic technological watch tools, 3 platforms that they are going to be presented later by my colleague, Josefina Garrido. And finally, as a third activity of the project, we have training experiences with companies and bed providers and technological center technicians, where we explain we give training on all the materials and basically on the tools also. And we are working now in the final step of the project in a guide with recommendation for bed providers. So to summarize the key results for each of the activities, from the information audit, we have provided a methodological guide. It explains the different steps we follow to implement or to run this information audit. And we have different infographics that show the critical watch factors and the sources of information for each of the sectors. All these materials are available in the website and has been translated into the consortium languages. So they are available in English, but also in Portuguese, Czech, and Spanish. From the second activity, we have provided some training materials or guides. The first one is an implementation guide for a technological watch systems. So it explains the whole process or all the steps to implement this technological watch in a systematic way. The second one is main tools for technological watch and competitive intelligence, where you can find different sources of information classified by different items. And the third one, we provide 3 best practices for each of the sectors: textile, footwear, and furniture. We focus in the different critical watch factors. Could be circular economy, industry 4.0, design, new materials. They are different for each of the sectors. And starting from this critical watch factor, we provide a best practices similar to Jorge has shown, how we implement this in our projects. And also we have the virtual technological watch platform that they are going to be presented after this presentation. And in the third activity, we have this training workshop with SMEs, students, and bed providers by the different technology center. Sorry. So we have implemented these workshops in Czech Republic, in Portugal, and Spain. And with the results and the feedback obtained, we are going to develop a guide for vet providers with tip recommendations on how to implement this kind of training with all the material we have already developed during the projects. As I said, all the materials are located in the website, TechGrow iPhoneproject.eu. I'm going to write after in the chat. You have here the library section where you can find the project reports with the different guides, but also the training resources. Also, they are going to be translated in the different language, as you can see here. And you have direct link also to the platforms. So I'm going also to let the email, the project email in the chat for any attendant that wants to contact us, not just regarding the project, even if you have any doubt about the webinar today. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Juanjo, for your intervention. And after you, if Josefina wants to share her screen, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Juan Luis, Juanjo. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Perfectly, yes.
Yes.
Perfect. So, hello everyone. Thank you for being here. Today, my responsibility is trying to introduce you to the VINCI platform and explain how it works. I will also present the 3 different platforms that we have developed as part of this project. And okay, give me a second. Yes, here. Okay. VINCI is a technology watch system designed to help organizations manage critical information in a systematical way. This tool supports strategic decision making and they do it using data and insight. It's valuable for companies, for governments, for universities, and for sure, as you can imagine, for technological centers. Related with the objective of VINCI, the main function of VINCI is to identify emerging technologies that ensure compliance with new regulation and explore innovative ideas in order to keep organization updated and on key trends. Well, VINCI platform has two different parts, the back tool and the front page. The first is the back tool that you can see in the left part, and it's our internal administration area in where we collect all the information, all the critical information. Sorry. This part is done by a team, a specialized team that analyze and validate all the data, making that only the relevant information goes to the next step. This area is essential for organizing information before it's accessible on the front page. Then the second part that you can see in the left part is the front page, is our external displays area. And this is the public interface that where users can access to the information. Here, the users can view, filter, and as well subscribe to the content that has already been filtered by the technician in CETEN or in other technological center. Regarding to the back tool, the main function are in one hand to define the critical watch factor. This means that we identify the key topics that we need to monitor in each sector, and these topics can include, for example, in our part regulation, like new laws, specific technologies that are emerging, or any topic that may be important for our sector. On the other hand, we have the selecting sources. The VINCI system allows to us to add an information source, any source, to receive automatic updates. We use feeds for that, and with that we can assure that regularly we have the relevant news and the data in every source. And the last important task of this VINCI front page, or VINCI back tool, sorry, is to filter in the information. Once the information is collected, all the content is checked to make sure that it's relevant and useful. Only the information that meets these criteria is going to share in the platform. And here you have the platform. Regarding the front page, this is the public interface where users who have registered can access to the selected content. I would like to highlight that this registration, the registration is free. And here users can view, filter, and subscribe the previous content that had been chosen by the expert in the different centers. We are focused on topics that, as you can imagine, are the most useful for the business of every company. In this project, we have developed 3 different front pages for the different sector. The first one is the textile front page, which is based in the textile sector that we have created with the support of Clatex. The second one is the footwear sector front page, has been created with the support of CTCP, sorry. And the last one is the furniture front page, which you can imagine that it focuses on the furniture industry. I would like to highlight that the TEN is the main responsible for the technical development of the three platforms. Related to the furniture front page is focused on the furniture industry, and we monitor topics like new materials, circular economy, and design trends. The textile front page is dedicated to the textile sector and covers sustainable material recycling technologies and eco-friendly production. And the last but not least, the footwear front page is dedicated to footwear sector, and we are tracking sustainable design, recycling processes, and Industry 4.0 technology. I'm going to analyze deeply one of the platforms. As you can imagine, I have selected the furniture front page. And from here, the users that are registered access to the content that we have spoke. This is the main interface of the platform when users can view selected content in the key reset that we have spoken first. Here, user can filter content to see only what is unread, read, or maybe mark what is interesting for them. As you can see in the main menu, the system includes sections like factors and alerts to customize the experience according to its company necessity. And as you can see in the right part, exists as well, the user have the possibility to use an advanced search for filtering option. User can select dates, types of information, and specific topics of interest. And as you can imagine, this makes it easy to quickly find relevant information and content. In the section of factor setting, user can customize the topics of factors they want to monitor. These factors include, in our case, topics like circular economy, Industry 4.0, so on. And by selecting these specific factors, user can focus on the most relevant information for their sector or for their necessities. The alert setting section, user can set up personalized alert to receive update of a topic that the interest that they have. They can choose the frequency of the alert as well, either daily or weekly. And this feature helps company stay up to date with the most relevant information for the sector, delivered directly in their emails, okay? And well, as well, we have a video tutorial that I'm not going to show you because you can access for free if you want to see it, because it's like 5 minutes. And yes, finally, before finishing, if anyone is interested in accessing to any of the platforms, you just go to the project website as Juanjo told us, and go in the library section, and you can choose the platform that you are interested in visiting. From my side, that is all. Thank you very much. I'm Josefina Garrido. Sorry, I did not present myself. And if you have any doubt, you can write the project or myself without problem.
Thank you, Josefina. And now, Aurelio Díaz Carrasco, the Executive Director of FEDIT, will proceed with the conclusions of the event.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Luis. Can you hear me? It's fine?
Yes.
Okay, thanks to all the participants for your presentations. I think it has been a clear example of, first of all, provide to the attendants some clues about the importance of the technology watch capabilities that industry innovation and competitiveness of the organizations needs now perhaps more than ever. This is something that we put at the core of our project. First of all, the idea behind all these projects is to provide an easy way to access to technology watch activities, especially to SMEs that, as some of you told us, it's not easy with few resources, and the idea is to make advantage of a tool like that that with few resources can provide a very good opportunity to get these technology watch activities. This is the first conclusion I had in this presentation: the importance of the technology watch activities. The second one for me is the importance of a project like TechGrow, which, as I said, is dedicated, or it's oriented to ease the process of technology watch to those small and medium enterprises that perhaps are not so used to work. And
you are muted, Aurelio, right now. Yes.
Excuse me, I don't know. Well, in any case, I was telling you that the second conclusion for me is the importance of a project like TechGrow, which can provide an accessible tool, an accessible technology watch tool to especially to SMEs with few resources, or to other organizations like RTOs, like technology centers, that can give this opportunity to these companies that are not used to work with this kind of activities. I think this is quite important also for us to have this kind of platform for everybody. And the third message I want to emphasize here is the role of technology centers, the role of RTOs, who have seen Ita and Setem here explaining how they can collaborate with any customer, any enterprise in order to provide this kind of technology watch activities, and ensuring that these companies doesn't need to work directly with the platform, because they can provide instead for them. But the point here is that as RTOs in Spain and throughout Europe are willing to provide this kind of services to companies, my final message is to
You are muted again, Aurelio.
No, why? I'm sorry. I don't know why the mute is getting
It's okay.
automatically. Sorry. I'm going to finish. My last message is that the work is now is now beginning, because our aim, the idea of this project is not just to finish the project with this development of the platform, but that we need to encourage all the attendance on this meeting and any other contact we can have, that this kind of tools are available to anyone interested, either companies or technology centers willing to provide this kind of services internally or to their customers. And that the idea is that as these platforms are adapted, and we have proved that the adaptation process is quite easy, as these tools are adapted to any sector or market or country possible. I just want to encourage and to thank CETEM as organization, as coordinator of the project, to put this tool available to anyone interested and to contact them or the mailing of the projects or our individual mailing list that is also available to anyone to advance and to try to integrate this tool into your daily basis activity. Okay, this is my last words. Thank you for everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aurelio, for your intervention. And as Juanjo has already said, all the questions that you may have, you can send it to the email that is in the chat and also in the last slide of his presentation. And just to finish, thank you, all of you, for the attendance. And we hope that we provide you with valuable insight on Technology Watch processes. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.